Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the third overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey's one of the best centers in the league. And to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the second level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well, helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Those are the numbers from Rudolph from last week's game. 4 catches, 81 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 17 yards and a Giant first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First carry for Spencer Ware, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Darnold, and Rudolph has it, the tight end. The 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
To throw is Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
On second down, Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Back to throw now on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 36. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Ware. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. That'll be caught by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Darnold now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Darnold completes it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Darnold. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The throw right sideline here is complete. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Darnold now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Chris Jones on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Darnold goes to Ware on the screen. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Delta. 90 is the money. Watch the curve.
He'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confident.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Come on, Locke. We better than that.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold, he's got his man. This is Tate. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll look to throw here. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime here. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Again, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Darnold going up top for Cup. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
2nd and 4. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, here we go. Shit.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Running on 1st down with Ware. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Here we go, son. 55. It's a party now.
Darnold from the red zone now. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Keep playing.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We have played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's caught by Ware.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. Darnold now to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 90 is a mic. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Come on, QB, come on.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. That'll be caught by Kupp. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. He completes it to Tate. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge...
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
15 lining, 15 lining. Exit.
3 down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Echo.
2nd and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to Elliott again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Undercrush.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Go. 51. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
90 is a mic. I got you, punk. 90 is a mic. And go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
H3, 218, chopper.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.